We're live from my house. What is up, everybody? Ryan McDonald here, welcoming you to my home with my trusty friend MK1 back here. Just wanted to say hi and welcome. I hope you are all well out there. I hope everything's going good. The reason why we're here, the reason why I'm live streaming and talking to you is because of a friend of mine named David Chalker, who helped us put together a fantastic movie you may have or may not have seen called Electric Showdown. We're going to be watching that together tonight. Why not, right? He's got 3 days. The reason why we're doing this, by the way, is not just because I love E3, but he's got 3 days to win this award that he's up for over at a place called Decentralized Pictures. I'm going to show you this website right here. It's one of the newfangled looking websites. But yeah, this is Decentralized Pictures, and our boy David Chalker is up for the Sidewinder Films Funding Award, right? So this thing is rad. So this is where you go over to Decentralized Pictures, you click on this thing, and then you click on this register/login. I'm going to do the same thing right here, right now. I'm going to go with my business here. I'm going to say continue, and long story short, it puts you in here, and then you are able to go over to here where it says Sidewinder Films Completion Funds Award. This guy right here. Click on it. You scroll down, and you'll see that our boy David Chalker is right here with Truth Against Power. This is his upcoming project. And if we go here, we'll be able to click on this review project. What you're going to want to do is slide all these sliders. Just crank them up. Just do it. Crank it up. Get up to that 10. You can write a little review in here if you want. It could be something simple like, I can't wait to watch this. I'll just put looking. Oh, I'll just say, how about we say, looks great. And we're going to hit the next button. I'm going to hit the recommend. Can I hit it right? Yeah, recommend. It was already, yeah, I'm going to hit the next button. And there's this thing. I don't know anything about this stuff. We'll just hit submit. Heads up. Oh, yeah, please provide the following information before you complete transaction. Phone number. Then you do that. I'm gonna skip this for now. And but yeah, let's take a look at what we're talking about here today. So if you didn't know, I used to work at a place called GameSpot, and for like a long time, and we used to do stuff. One of the fun things we used to do, believe it or not, back in the day, is make DVDs. Check this out. So this is a DVD we made. This is E3 2005. I gotta get this microphone situated. Here we go. There we go. This is this microphone we made. The microphone we made. This is this DVD we made. Let me show you a closer up shot of this. This is the GameSpot Complete to Go pack. So this thing, if you were wondering, from E3 2003, what we did with this was, back in the day, like if you were trying to watch something online, depending on your internet connection and everything, like you weren't going to see it in like quality that you could get off of even a DVD, right? So that's what we did. We made this DVD and we put a bunch of stuff on it. Like there's just tons of games, right? This early stuff that we did was just like straight up footage. Like it says, this monstrous 3-set disc provides more than 8 hours of video from E3 2003, including footage from more than 160 games from a bunch of people, GameSpot's Games of E3 Awards. We picked the best ones, and then highlights from the press conferences, extensive show floor coverage. That's what we did there. But this was not. We made a bunch of these. Well, I shouldn't say that. We made others. This is our GameSpot to go. And like you get like this. Like there was like at one point this whole GameSpot Complete thing was like because there was like a membership thing, and so you get a membership inside these DVDs. This is where we stepped it up though. This is 2004. We stepped it up for 2004. We got another awesome filmmaker by the name of Ben Coelho, and he helped us put together a film that we called Stupid Pants Operation. Does it actually say that on here? I don't think so. I think he just calls it The Experience or something. Or was that the Experience? Whatever. That is neither here nor there. We are talking about this one. I have a sealed copy still, believe it or not. This is the 2005 E3 report with the. This thing was great. Here's one that's actually opened. We'll take a look at this one. But yeah, this thing was rad. Like this thing, we went all out. Like there's all kinds of stuff, like little doodles on this thing and everything, and like the discs. I mean, this was. There's Electric Showdown. Yeah, we did it up. press conferences and like just games. There's tons of stuff. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like it was great. And it's funny because like E3 died supposedly, right? I saw that, and it's weird because I read all these people's takes on it. And like I think my favorite ones are the ones that talk about how like, oh, it's Nintendo Direct, and like that stuff that killed E3. And it's like, no, it's like it's funny because I don't even think some people realize what E3 was or what it was for originally. Because like if you didn't know this, and I'll show you, I got this big box here. I'll spare you, but like there's this giant box down here, and inside this giant box, if I can, are like tons of these. These are all like the badges that we used to have to wear at E3. The good ones though are from like CES. So before it got serious, like we used to do these badges. And here, let me show you a close up of this. So what we do with these badges is this used to be the way that who was legit, who was like serious or not. Like this weird thing we used to do. They used to give out pins at the booths. So you'd go to like the here's the Sega one. Welcome to the next level, right? NBA Jam. There's all these different little pins, and so depending on the pins, you could tell who was the real player that was there. Because let's see if I have one. Oh yeah, check this out. This one's dope. Check this out. This is one of the badges that has. Look at this Street Fighter Champion Edition thing. Look at that. That's like the Sega Genesis one. Like how dope that is. That's a dope pin. But anyways, this Virgin Games thing over here. I have like the Sony VIP one that was for like the party thing or whatever. Anyways, long story short, that was when it was fun. And like, but then when it got serious, they started just doing like, like here you go. There it is. And the other thing that's interesting too is they had like two flavors of them. They had these like credit card versions. We're gonna watch the movie in a sec. Don't worry. This is like the credit card versions. You like scan them and stuff like that. And then they had like these like they got cheaper over time. They were like the paper. Anyways, point of E3 was for buyers and makers, right? So they would have buyers. There's only 3 types of people that were allowed to come into CES or early E3, and that was like a buyer. So like if you worked at like say GameStop or Babbage's or any of the actual brick and mortar stores that used to exist, like they would invite you and you'd come in there and then you buy some stuff, right? And that was what the game people that made the games, right? The game industry would show up and they would show all that stuff off to those buyers, and they would go home and decide like, I want 20,000 copies or 100,000 copies for Toys R Us of NBA Jam or whatever, right? And then there was the press. There was like 3 different groups of people that were allowed to go, like, so no public, no nothing, so like the idea that like somehow it was like just the publicity aspect of E3 that killed it. I mean, like, think about this for a second. Gamescom, right? Gamescom and the Tokyo Game Show still exist. So, you know what I'm saying? There's a business angle to it. Like, I think E3 made sense at one time, right? But like the way things are now, it's probably, whatever. It's whatever it is. But anyways, I just think it's funny that people talk as much about as they do. And yeah, so we should watch a movie, shall we? Shall we watch a movie together? Let's see here. Let's check it out. It's gonna be wild. Like, I haven't seen this in a minute, but let's see what we got to see here. All right, this is the DVD menu. Look at that. Watch. Get ready for the animation that's gonna come in here. Look at that. We're gonna click on Electric Showdown here. This has Electric Showdown, Editor's Choice Awards, and the big 3, obviously. And that was like, I think, like, the E3 highlights. Here we go. Look at that animation. Look at that animation. I think is that Dave Tool? I think Dave Tool did that. Here we go. We're gonna watch this. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at all those people. Those are all people. the Saturday. So, oh yeah, wow. This gentleman here, Dave Toole, Roger Chang, Alex Navarro, obviously.
Oh God.
I'm out of here.
Oh, Tim Tracy.
I need 3 yet. I'm already worn out.
Oh man.
This is the hardest part. Once you get there, it's like, bread and butter. As long as nothing goes wrong.
John Pettigo in the background.
So everything goes well, it should be nice and easy. And then everyone figures it out.
Oh. This is oh yeah, this is great.
Here's some wood at. Here's some fake wood here. Not some wood.
I'll double check.
Then after this, we're going to buy underwear.
And if it's still broken when I get home, I'll yell at
Your
you.
plan, you're not
That's
gonna
what I
do
do.
it.
Oh, the plan? I don't know.
I yell at you a
will
lot.
see.
I'm getting a haircut.
I'm definitely not getting a haircut.
Because you
That
beat
part-
Mom! Oh,
That
God.
part of the plan is definitely out.
Bob Clayco.
You're a constant disappointment to me. And the family.
So if you're just joining us and you're wondering what's happening, this is us. We pack up for E3. This is Trevor's son, who is now like graduated, and
What kind of laundromat closes at 9?
All inner Richmond laundromats.
Ryan Davis.
So instead of washing my clothes, I go and buy new clothes. Dude, you're not actually thinking about wearing pants in LA, are you? That's retarded.
I'm bringing long pants and shorts. Like, I imagine that, like, if I end up going
So-
to any of those parties, I'll bring a pair of jeans just so I have them.
There you go.
I'm going to go all shorts all the time.
Not I.
I'm going to shave this into a...
So while they have this important conversation about pants or no pants at E3, this is the morning, right? This is the morning that we're getting packed up and ready to drive down to LA for E3. This is the calm before the storm in the basement. Like, lightsabers had just come out, so like it was like the coolest thing in the world, right? This is Jim Mayberry. Jim Mayberry is fantastic. Jim Mayberry went on to be like a fireman in like Virginia or something awesome.
Is that how we're recouping our expenses?
Yes.
Be coyotes.
Sorry, what else can we fit on this cart?
Hey, you guys didn't see Ricardo today, right?
No, not yet.
Can I grab some stuff
I was this is us loading up. A lot of people used to like criticize us for like driving our gear down to E3 and like it was like, oh, that you ship it, you should have somebody else do whatever. Like that never worked. That's not true. It worked later on.
Yes.
It is. I don't know where he went.
Actually,
he was here at the
maybe
start.
Jim and I can just carry this down and somebody else can wheel us down.
Frank, did you get enough controllers for all the game systems?
I got 4 for each.
Okay, you're
Or
good then.
I got 4, so that's 2 of each.
Rich Gallup, Greg Cassavin.
Yeah.
Right.
Most difficult part is setting up the show. Once the show gets going, you don't have time to think about things that go wrong. What could go wrong? You just go with it.
Let's just grab the rest of these bags. I think we can shove all those in my truck, no problem. Done. Shoulder strap a couple of these. Let's bang these around real heavy.
What happened to the back of your neck?
I was probably scratching it. My skin's real splotchy today for some reason.
Nervous?
Maybe a little. You may do that, like,
Waiting for time.
we're good. We got here like 9:15. Nah.
We bringing these monitors, Dave?
No.
Okay. Then they will serve a suitable cookie tray.
Just set the building on fire.
Fantastic.
It's always best to start the fire from the ground up.
So your agenda here is just to fill up your truck as fast as we can so that...
So the little bit I'll chime in here with while everybody's getting ready to ship out is this is always a very exciting time because a lot of the planning and everything had been done. So like if it was going to go wrong, it was already going to go wrong. But no, seriously, like this is the point at which like everything's been like accounted for. Like I would run through like a madman trying to make sure that we had everything that we needed. Which kind of drove everybody nuts because we'd always bring in way more stuff than we actually needed.
It's start. It's finally here. Spent so much time preparing for it, and it's over before you know it. So this is probably like the last cognizant moment of the next week for me.
Hello, welcome to E3. Magical.
His machine is packed. We have his monitor.
This is a monitor. He's got a box with his stuff on it that's labeled. So his stuff should get down there nicely.
You haven't talked to the data guys, have you? I'm not sure how
not
they're
all the
getting
way.
their shit down there.
Brian called me at like 9.
I can't remember. I think we might have known. I think at this point we knew that Rich was going to go. I think we knew that at this point, I think. So I think it was kind of like a bittersweet E3 because I think it was like, I could be wrong, but no, I think that is true.
It's got the Lego background, I think.
Dino and Homer.
I highly recommend one of those cookies.
I can't believe I did not fucking put my PSP in my bag.
Hey, like I said, we got the time.
That's what you get for rushing me.
I didn't rush you.
That's what you get for rushing me.
Your mother.
Stop yelling at me.
Why are we fighting?
All right, so there's a little bit of room right here.
How about this?
Slide it in.
So if you're paying attention, these are all our own vehicles. It's kind of crazy that we did this like this. But yeah, like that was Alex's truck. Oh wait, Homer's talking. We got to listen to Homer.
There, I guess, you know?
Watch your cord. It's my 11th year in a row going to the show, and every year it's like, it's just wild. You'll see.
That's our boss man there, Ryan McDonald, coming through.
No, I still gotta get a haircut.
Robert? I packed your stuff already.
Oh, no, I have a license. Yeah, I totally have a license. It's just that the rental car company doesn't think that my driving record is good enough to get a car.
I got shotgun.
So you can't get used to that environment entirely. So which makes it really exciting, actually.
As I walk around, that XL1 was just sitting in the studio still.
But again, I do sort of feel like I'm going there for the first time every time.
It's like, there's the checklist. How come?
Welcome to the future.
How about I just take us to the corner of Crenshaw and Slauson and we see what happens?
Continue on the current road.
Computer says continue on the current road. I'll have been here 10 years in October.
Is it 10 or is it 9?
Oh, maybe it is 9. Because it was.
Okay, yeah.
Was it Christmas '96 that?
Yeah,
I guess it had to have been. Yeah. So okay.
GameSpot launched in May of '96. Oh, and we missed our birthday once again.
So 9 years then. The three guys that started GameSpot are Vince Brody, Pete Deemer, and John Epstein.
They could see the future. They could see that online was going to kill print at some point.
They kind of got tired of the print world, as I understand it, and decided to kind of venture off into their own to start a video game website. And they launched a PC-centric site called GameSpot.
It was sort of a revolutionary concept. It's like you had these well-established print publications that you had to pay money for, but you know what?
This is all true.
You could just go to GameSpot and get a bigger, more detailed, timelier review for free.
Ryan McDonald, who's the head of GameSpot Live now, was brought in to do like strategy guides and codes and things like that.
Long story short, I was doing freelance work for Game Informer magazine at the time. I was their West Coast correspondent. Dumb luck, my buddy called me up on the phone and was like, hey, yo, have you ever heard of this thing called the internet and GameSpot? I was like, no. He's like, you should totally talk to this new dude named Vince Brody. And so sure enough, I talked to Vince for a little bit, and then he took me over for a cup of coffee, and he offered me a job on the spot.
GameSpot was at a much higher level than other gaming sites from day one. I remember because it was my competition when I first saw it.
That was around for a few months, and then they kind of got it in their heads that they wanted to launch a console-focused site as well, and that's where I came in.
The founding principle was Vince from the start. I remember hearing him say it. I mean, I can still hear it today. Think about what, if you were on that other end, what would you want to find if you wanted to know about a game? And so that's what we try to do every day.
Straight facts, straight facts and thoughts.
It was a pretty forward-thinking concept, and it was founded on respectable principles.
We say it all the time, the games are the stars. So that's why when you come to our site, it's all about the gameplay.
And that let us be pretty different with the tone and just kind of how we operated, how we wrote our reviews.
There are a lot of good games out there, but there are probably even more, worse games than good games, so definitely a minefield for bad games, and that's what we try to do. We try to make it so that you don't have to waste your money.
A week after I started officially, I moved over to the GameSpot Live team, and it was just me and Ryan at that time, and we had 1 month to basically start GameSpot Live from scratch.
We try to tell you about something as as down to earth as we possibly can. We don't try to we don't try to sell you anything really. We're just there because we all love to play games. We play them every day, we play them every night, and that's what we do. And it's just
Driving to talk on the phone. Don't do that.
Really lucky that we get to do that and get paid for it. It's not.
Del Taco and its attachment to E3 predates GameSpot in a lot of ways. It was me and Ryan McDonald and always, just some other tag-along people going to E3. Del Taco. So we'd always stay on Venice Beach and we would always be eating a Del Taco because it was the only place you could get it was Southern California.
It's the only problem. Serving sizes are so huge. So you want to get the burrito and the hamburger, but you can only really go so far.
It just kind of became synonymous with the trip to Southern California. It was like, all right, we got to stop at a Del Taco because they have tacos and hamburgers, and that's insane. And the tradition just kind of somehow expanded and expanded to where now we're dragging the entire staff to Del Taco. Though the interesting happening is that over the last year, now there's a Del Taco in San Francisco.
Which kind of ruins it.
Which kind of ruins it. Like, if we skipped it this year, I wouldn't be all that bummed out because I'm kind of done with it. I'm kind of over it. But here we are. So it is on.
The funny thing is, like, I always think it's not going to live up to expectations by the time I get here. And then I get here and I start eating it and it's like,
Screw you.
The amount of calories that was in that food and everything, it was so bad for us. Like, we had no idea. Like, we should have. This is the truck stop that was attached to that Del Taco where we get like DVDs and other random stuff that we didn't need, right? But yeah, the sequence in the truck was edited very well. Like Andre and David Chaka, who did the editing on this thing.
Electronic Entertainment
Oh, we got back.
Expo. It's the game industry's biggest consumer trade show of the year. It's basically the event in which every major player in the game industry gets together and shows off the big stuff they've got coming up.
It originally spun off of the Consumer Electronics Show.
This is going to be the 11th year for the show.
I just remember just walking into the place and just being overwhelmed with, all these games everywhere. It was like a little kid's dream.
The game business is very cyclical, where they launch hardware with a series of games, then those games get better and better over the course of the cycle. They start to look a little stale towards the end, and then sure enough, here's some new hardware to start the whole thing all over again. And these transition years are interesting because they aren't necessarily always focused on the games, and that's what this year's show is really going to be.
But this year, it's all about what are we going to find out, with the PlayStation 3 and the Revolution, if anything, and if there's anything more to find out, about the Xbox 360.
It's been kind of all about the press conferences. You go to Nintendo's press conference, you see, those new games for the first time. I remember seeing, Mario 64 being demoed for the first time, and that was amazing. I remember that moment. That was definitely a moment I'll never forget.
Microsoft's going to be showing off the Xbox 360, which it's been showing off for the past, week or two in various forms. And then, it's up to Sony and Nintendo to kind of respond to what Microsoft has already put out there with what they're going to do for the PlayStation 3 and the Revolution.
The Xbox 360, has obviously already been announced with the MTV special. With Sony and Nintendo, everybody's expecting to hear at least something about it, but nobody knows how much. Will we see the actual units? Will we see full specs? Will Nintendo give a full name for it, the console? Right now it's like the code name is Revolution, and that's all we really know about it. As far as the game everybody wants to see and play going into the E3,
there's one big game right now anyways, and that's Zelda.
But it seems like, this is definitely the year where the focus is going to start to shift over. So this year's show and next year's show are going to be very much focused on new hardware and the new technology and the new games that, take advantage of this technology.
We're at the transition between the current generation of the PS2 and the Xbox and the Nintendo GameCube and the next gen.
I hear gunshots all the time where I live.
Man, we do our shit. Excuse me, we knew our stuff. Yeah, we were on point. Like, one of the things that, like, we don't show, I don't know why we didn't show it. Like, we should have showed it. Maybe because at this point we already knew everything about, but, like, to give you an idea, so this is, like, good cell phone, right? If I remember right. 2005. I guess we had good cell phones in 2005. Never mind. But like, yeah, I guess, yeah. Well, I should say, so some of the stuff we used to do at E3, we still, well, I guess we would still do it for this stuff. We would drive the routes. So like, we had it so down that we would know like day of, like, because the press conferences would happen like on top of each other, right? Like, oh wait, check out the booth. Just check out the booth.
Building a great deal of it.
Yeah, it's Saturday night, so we have, what is it, 4 days until the show even begins technically. So it's quite complete considering the show is still days away.
We are up and running now. We're just configuring all the routers for the correct IP addresses. And we'll have these guys up and running any minute now.
Damn it.
Yeah. We're ready to go.
VPN path?
Yeah, hold on.
The entire show's booked except for those 2 slots. They're going to tell us who they're going to put in.
Yeah.
But those are all Nintendo slots, and they promise. We could have Zelda on the show twice.
So the tomorrow night Zelda thing is on, huh?
Yeah.
One of the decks that they gave us is not the one that we ordered.
I'm gonna have you talk to him.
Oh, sure.
So you know more.
Sure.
His name is.
So we'll really be able to get like feed of the game and then.
We should. I was told.
All right, we're gonna pause it right here. It's starting to get serious, right? Starting to get serious now that we're at the show. We're building the booth, and it's starting to happen, right? But yeah, like at this point, it's you know, man, it's incredible. Like it was so incredible. But like Ricardo Torres right here, he's the captain of the ship. He would book that show. He would like get, he was our liaison to the industry basically, right? He would basically make it so, we were gonna have David Jaffe on the show. We were gonna have Ed Boon on the show, like whoever, like he'd basically book that show, because we had the stage show and whatever. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I want to take a moment, remind you all out there, if you're just joining us or you're joining us late, we are here checking out Electric Showdown, this fantastic movie that was put together back in 2005, all about this incredible E3. It literally was probably like one of the peak. Like if it wasn't the peak, it was certainly. I mean, I think it was though. I think this was the one. But long story short, yeah, it was just so exciting. Like with the PS3, and I mean, you hear the revolution. Yeah, it was the Wii, right? Oh man. But yeah, I just want to remind you guys while we're here, we're here in honor of the gentleman that helped us put this together, David Chalker, who is up for a Sidewinder Film Award over at Decentralized Pictures. And if we take a look real quick, I want to show you the trailer for Truth Against Power. It's his new movie. So the guy that directed this movie, and then just to give you an idea, like we knew him, and we asked him to come and do this, and like he wasn't like a big gamer or anything like that. Like he was just like a film director, and so that was kind of like what people had asked for the second, because we did Stupid Pants Operation, then we were going to do this other one. And so we knew him, and so we approached him and said, hey, yo, you want to make this movie about this crazy E3 thing? And lucky for us, he said yes. But let's take a look at what he did directly after. So this is actually, right after this E3 thing, so think about that. Right after this E3 thing, he went to Venezuela, right? He went to Venezuela. And he went to go and learn all about Venezuela and the fall of its democracy, basically, right? All right, here we go.
Luchar por la justicia, si no ha sido víctima de la injusticia, es distinto. Una vez que tú has sido víctima de la injusticia, cambia la perspectiva de la lucha por los derechos humanos y por la justicia.
Fue un héroe para Venezuela.
Hoy queremos volver a creer en alguien, queremos volver a confiar en alguien, y ese alguien se llama Leopoldo López para la Gran Caracas.
Leopoldo López para la alcaldía mayor. No hay nadie que nos lo quite, ni con trampa.
El gobierno quiere construir dos países. Los que están con el gobierno y los que no están somos enemigos. Rechazados, marcados, excluidos. No he sido sometido a ningún proceso judicial porque soy inocente. No es cualquier cosa que ya Venezuela está entrando en la lista
que no cumpla con la administración de la justicia no es un Estado de Derecho. En sus manos está darle vida a la Constitución o sentenciar de muerte a la Constitución de la República Bolivariana de Venezuela.
Esta es la génesis del cambio. Cuando se acuerdan de la gente dentro de 20 años, ¿cuándo cambió esto? ¿Se acuerdan de este momento?
Cuando un gobierno pierde el poder popular, lo que le queda es el abuso del poder.
Pero si ellos son delincuentes y corruptos, en la cárcel deben estar y no pueden ser candidatos a nada en este país.
Nosotros no estamos aquí en Caracas para solucionar problemas. Estamos para solucionar los problemas.
En que traición es a Chávez, no es a Chávez, es al pueblo. ¡Un aplauso para este máximo líder de la democracia!
Esta es una adversidad fuerte que estamos enfrentando porque es la adversidad de todo el Estado en contra del pueblo. Pero allí estamos nosotros para organizar el pueblo. Seguimos en la lucha, seguimos adelante con fuerza, con ánimo, con cariño y con la convicción de saber que estamos luchando con la verdad, con la Constitución y con la justicia.
There you have it. A look at David Chalker's latest project, Truth Against Power. Now, if you go over to Decentralized Pictures and you give him a vote, that'd be fantastic. He's not far away. He only needs a few votes, and then he can get that top prize and get himself some extra funding to complete his project. Again, that's right here over at Decentralized Pictures. Check that out. Give him a vote. And yeah, I think us video gamers can make that happen, right? That's something we can do. But yeah, let's go ahead and return back to our movie in progress.
Pretty much just going to be running around, playing as many games as I can, rushing back to the booth, writing up some impressions, and then get out there again.
I got one helper. I have. Do you by chance remember the model number, the one that is ours, the one that we want?
Right there.
Oh,
just look at it, the front, AJ 1200, something like that?
Right.
AJ 1700?
Of course, mine says not verified.
I mean, this is a pretty sweet spot, really. It's like this is our first year with a new booth design and a new spot. We've got our stage kind of facing Sony, and then there's Nintendo right there. So it's really, it's kind of where you want to be. Not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good.
He might know, yeah.
So we'll ask him. He'll be in here in a few minutes.
Is there soda or water dispenser in here?
Do you have Freddie's number on your
I think I do, actually.
I mean, I thought I would stick you with that.
I could do Sony.
Let me do it exactly with PS3.
Yeah.
PS2.
Yeah.
Q1 in Japan.
Q4 here. That would be some serious fucking business. I mean, they have to move it up.
And we got like pretty much all day tomorrow to figure it out, so really, this is probably the furthest I've seen.
That was David Chalker falling over somehow. We'd stay at this hotel, Millennium Biltmore. It was the Biltmore Hotel is actually featured in tons of movies and stuff. So, motherfucker's gonna trip. They're gonna have a trip. Sunday. That was a day. That was a big day.
Design flaw in the tools.
Yes, basically.
Because the tools should catch that and not allow that to happen.
So,
is the song Ghostbusters playing, or was that just in my head?
no, I think Rick Park is staying here.
Today is in a lot of ways like the calm before the storm. It's for GameSpot Live, it's a lot of still setting up and preparing.
Today.
Okay.
If we can.
Whenever something fucks up, think about a way that a robot could have solved your human inadequacies.
Right.
By enslaving the entire race.
It's all about fucking becoming the cyborg.
If we have the.
It's been a long time in the coming, developing the discipline of just how to present this stuff well. It's really a big challenge.
Greg was speaking the truth there.
Right back there.
Shove my bags back here.
There's not a ton of room back here, but
It's funny this weird gun gimmick that came. Oh, Homer's talking about food.
Country fried potatoes is a ghetto ass chicken. Only way to start off Hell Week here at Eat
Yeah, there was this like Arco gas station, and they sold like really good ribs.
The only thing I'm worried about are the live segments. That's all.
The demo?
Oh, no, live segment. Oh, yeah, no, that's for sure.
Yeah, those
No,
are
that is
totally worried about.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a healthy, good thing to be worried about.
Yeah.
We should be set.
Yeah, you just gotta tell me who and I'll tell when this happens.
Okay.
Yeah, that weird gun thing that David Chalker wanted to do. Like, I don't know where he got that idea. And at first I wasn't into it. And then I kind of still wasn't into it. But then it ended up in the movie somehow. But now I don't mind it. I think it's kind of funny.
At all. I don't know. When we were driving down here, we were talking about, you know, some of the unknowns and what we were hoping to hear about, specifically for the PS3 and the Revolution. Revolution, we're still not sure about exactly how much they're going to show, but PS3, at least we know that they are going to show stuff now. Like, there's going to be a Koei game, and there's going to be some stuff that they're going to show. It'll be a big question for everybody until it happens at the press conference. Nobody knows. I mean, we're the only ones. So, that's cool.
The second crew from the office arrives, which mainly includes development, design, and the production teams. There's no need for them to be here yesterday. Their job will just be make sure graphics are done. If anything's wrong with the database during the show, to fix it. Just little production, things, the custom graphics you see on GameSpot, the top slots, and the box cars. We have a dedicated team just for that stuff, and they're here to help us out.
Yeah. Tilted up on the side and all that? You know what it is?
Here we go. I'm watching.
There was this commercial they used to have. There was a commercial. They had these sock puppets. And they play this song, and the sock puppet would do this thing where it go with the beat.
Put their stuff in. And they put all their stuff in, so now I can kind of build live stage show appearances that the editor's gonna make around that. And that's what I just did in this last button when I hit save.
Man, Sunday was fast.
So, it's getting pretty hectic in the office.
It's worth ours. That other dude was Dino Ignacio, and he's responsible for,
Reset for my cigarette.
I think, all New World Horizons.
Further away from the cigarette, it's better for you.
Monday's all about the press conferences. Basically, up to this point, it's been kind of like theory and pre-E3. Today, even though the show doesn't start till Wednesday, is kind of the first day of the real deal.
I used to know the back. I used to know my way around the LA Convention Center like the back of my hand. I used to know like the people that worked there and stuff. It was wild.
Here now. Yesterday, the last of the team was showing up.
It's going to save us quite a bit of trouble today, because today is when the Sony and the Microsoft press conferences happen. So giant bombs are going to drop.
Oh, he said it! He said it!
You're wasting your time coming to this.
Were you supposed to be on the list?
You're either on the list or you're not. It's almost cool. It's almost cooler to not be on the list but still get in.
All you guys are fine with having you on the list. For some reason, Jeff isn't, so I got to work on him. Okay. Here's this for you. Okay. And then here's
for my bench. Yeah. Okay, I'll get my bench.
We'll do your thing. So you're fine.
Ricardo was so awesome. Like, seriously, like, he was our secret weapon, like, be able to do stuff like this to get into these. I mean, think about it. We were doing this movie, and, like, yeah, it was crazy. Like, the fact that he was able to get our film crew in for the movie and everything else, like, nutso, because that was the thing. Like, getting into these press conferences was no joke. Like, either you, like Jeff said, you were on the list or you weren't.
Hey. There's genuine excitement, I think, because one of the things is that Sony's been way too quiet.
Well said.
Right on.
Don't know what to expect of this, but we'll see in 5 minutes.
So the crazy thing is,
like, wait, dude. Like, seriously, this is the most excited I've been about a press conference in years. I can't think of anything that's been like the very first Xbox one was super exciting, and fuck yeah, this is gonna be as real as it gets.
I think the best example, I think Greg's given it, but there's a Simpsons episode where like the Yakuza are having a fight on the lawn, and Homer's excited because there's a little white guy in like a suit that's just standing with his arms crossed, and he's not doing anything, and he's convinced that when the little dude does something, it's gonna be amazing. And this is like the dude in the white suit.
Awesome. Yes. I'm excited.
So, I think there's actual genuine excitement, and it's really easy to get jaded at press conferences, but it started.
This is the press conference that had that super dope Ken Kugaragi, like, lifetime achievement. Like, he had an idea, right? Yeah, well.
Good afternoon and welcome to...
Yeah. And it was the hardest thing to walk away from, in all honesty. Now we're going to go set up for Microsoft and get that going.
What kind of car do you drive?
It's an Expedition.
Yeah, that was wild. Like, yeah, I remember we had to like straight up walk out. We set up for the for the PlayStation press conference, and then we had to leave like when it was starting. Like, it was just like so heartbreaking. So this is us getting over to the next one for the Xbox business, and we were early. Well, you got to be early.
I have a dream. So, PlayStation 3.
Bro, Star Wars Galaxies, they completely fucked up. It's complicated, it's dedicated, its entire income is basically...
This is the only gate open.
I bet we have to get this one unlocked again. But that one...
It's unlocked.
Chris, checking right there. Yeah, cool. What the issue was that we want to get
GameSpot, GAMESPOT.
GameSpot should be red too.
A camera that's connected directly
to
PlayStation 3.
They got the ducks.
Rick, that's amazing. Thank you very much indeed.
Oh, that kills up there. Oh man.
So I guess we're gonna start. Okay. Go ahead, Ryan. There you go.
Red or orange? Red. Where's the HD chat box?
He'll take care of it for you.
Fellas? And right now, I'm leaving a little bit early. Craig and Trevor. I'll be hustling out of here with a set of laptops that have the Sony press conference on them, ready to be streamed. Okay, I'll stay right here.
Getting the feed so we can make sure we have.
This is kind of wild because like this was the first year where they were doing like HD feeds because that's where they were at, right? Xbox 360 and stuff. So it was like that was like this whole other thing. Like we had to wheel in like all these like scan converters and these big old decks and stuff. This is Tyler almost getting a ticket.
Just so you know. Alrighty. Thank you. Thank you.
Tyler was really good at almost getting tickets. I shouldn't say. I mean, he was really good at like driving. Like Tyler was awesome. Like.
Yo, quick change of plans. I'm actually just currently sitting directly across from where you guys will come out.
Oh, really? We were only there for like.
He was good at that.
No, hit raced over here after we got our stuff set up with the other guys.
This is us at the Xbox press conference setting up, listening to other people tell us what happened at the Sony press conference. Look at Tyler go. Look at him go.
Must be a laptop and a power inverter.
Yeah, look at that.
HD?
Yeah. They were saying you guys are going to provide an HD feed?
I didn't understand we were providing an HD feed.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, that ran forever.
What are you looking to do, Craig? Just turn the file down?
Yeah, I'm looking for a fucking file editor. There's no hot link to it. I found it. You can talk
Messy, messy, messy. It's confusing me.
We're trying to get all these videos out so we can put them up so people can watch just the videos and not the whole boring conference. Actually, I shouldn't say that.
I'm about to freak out, dude.
It's about 8 minutes long, so 121, 28.
Throw up.
I was surprised. I was expecting them to come out and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna release the PS3 demos or something, and that's it. But they blew it. It makes this much more interesting.
So I think I was freaking out so much about the HD feed. Dave was just like, let me just do this. You go over there. This is Craig running in with the PlayStation press conference on a laptop that he's been already cutting or doing whatever he's doing, getting it ready. He comes right. They think they clap for him. Let's listen.
Once he gets there? Go. In a word, how was it? Awesome. We already have the press conference cut, the demo. Don't talk. I need to understand a word.
Shut up.
The internet connection.
It's gonna support 7 controllers via Bluetooth.
Oh, wow.
7.
What's 7 all about?
Yeah, but I know your number. And then there's like all video chat. They showed this.
That one is a delayed audio, so I can capture the stuff and just put it up as regular. What is it? All the trailers? Yeah, cut them individually. Trevor, tell me when your press conference is uploaded. That goes first. Is it uploading? What's up?
They showed this one game where it's like up in the corners, a picture of you like from the camera. You're talking to the characters on screen like, okay, go over here. The characters are like, okay, we'll go over there. And it's gonna have 2 HDPI outputs, so you can have 2 high-def monitors and put them together to have a panoramic screen, or you can have the game on one screen and like video chat screens on the other.
Oh wow!
I'm capturing the first footage of PlayStation 3 games. Hey Greg, what's the password for the GameSpot login? Look, gun you have it here? No, I just gave it. Capital T, capital X.
Yeah, that's true, by the way. I don't know if you remember that, but like originally that PlayStation 3 was going to have 2 HDMI outputs. and you're gonna be able to do some wild stuff. Like they were, like one point they were talking about like Metal Gear Solid stuff where it was like Snake on one screen and like his little remote control robot or something on the other screen.
Get ready to promote the hell out of that thing.
The press conference itself is on the site. It's on the homepage, it's on the E3 page, it's on the PSP page. Watch it, learn about it. Thank you, Craig Beers.
Good job, Craig.
That's a dare.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk with you right over there. I'll help you carry some stuff.
So much.
That's crazy.
$149.99 actually.
That I will
Yeah.
believe. That I will believe. You.
I need
So we have it-
art for promotional stuff. I can't do anything without those screen caps.
Can we screen grab that shit? The game trailers?
Not off this.
Okay.
I'm taking screenshots.
This is a huge, huge night for Xbox. I give you the future of gaming.
Xbox 360. Feel the experience.
It's a future where I am always at the center of a world of experiences that include my games and my friends.
So right now is probably the busiest I'm going to be at the show.
What game are you working on?
So stop talking to him.
Please welcome Robbie Bob, Jay Allen, and Peter Moore.
A product of games at its core, surrounded by limitless, connected digital entertainment. And tonight, Backpack Guy.
Oh, you know, I don't know. It's easy to be real kind of swept up by all the PS3 stuff, but let's see what the reality is.
The reality is they announced big games that have people excited.
Yeah.
And that's the part that Microsoft has not accounted for.
It's about customization, personalization, making your game.
This is wild video. I think they had to like remove this from the press conference or something.
Dude, that shit looks so good.
Man, does a lot of that shit look real good.
I'm buying one. I'm buying one right now. If I could, I'd buy it right now.
It's crazy. It is real crazy right now. Between this and Microsoft going on right now, it's just like you can see like just the pissing contest unfold in front of you, and it's really something.
The problem is that Microsoft has not, I mean, when they announced all this Xbox 360 stuff, there was no game for you to go about.
Dude, there was like no game, period.
Yeah.
They've got me intrigued into the Killzone universe again, because the first game sure as hell didn't do it. But yeah, if 2 really looks like that when you play it, oh, shit.
Shit. Damn it. Damn it. Sony is gonna rule the world, dude. Ridiculous. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous.
Obviously, the Killzone 2 thing wasn't real time, actually, so. But whatever.
Nothing really new that we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I think the console itself is amazing. I think it looks great. I think the feature set for the console itself is really good. Oh god, I want to.
Alex, you need those brains for later.
Sony was amazing. That was the most epic press conference I think I've ever been to.
Sony had been the wild card for this E3. They've been very quiet. They hadn't said anything about anything. And then their conference just shocked everyone. Because, oh, I'm sorry, hold on a second. This is Ricardo.
What am I staring at? I'm not staring at anything.
It's the site, Alex. Remember where you work?
No.
Where you write stories for people?
They'll be lucky to sell as many 360s as they did the original Xbox. This time,
yeah, we'll see. It's
total
like,
domination.
It's like features-wise, I can't help but love the Xbox. Like all the stuff, other than the game stuff, it almost sounds like good ideas.
I think at the end, and I think it depended who you were and where you were at and how it worked out for you. I think at the end, for me, that the 360 actually turned out to be the system I use probably more.
Never developed on the Xbox before. That's always good. You know, they showed off some really cool new content from EA, and that's all cool. But I think it was a little too low key compared to Sony's press conference, because I mean, Sony just like volume, baby. There's a ton of stuff.
It's funny because it's not even Tuesday, it's Monday. It's still like at least 36 hours until the show starts. And we've probably just seen the apex. But as far as just news and information coming out of the show, that was it. That was the peak. That was all the biggest stories just happened. Anything else is going to be second tier to this.
Oh, were you at Sony?
No.
Oh, shit, watch it on the side.
What?
You need to watch the Sony press conference. They rolled out a ton of show.
This is the lady that works for Nintendo.
It's all about being first in the world of journalism. Same thing with us. It's all about being the first time that we show people that PlayStation 3 experience, and we were the first people to show them the video of it moving with those games. So.
Wow. That's wild.
Take a left, go to Highland, Hollywood Highland.
That's it.
The intersection of Hollywood and Highland and Hollywood. Let's go.
Wait for the truck.
This is Nintendo Day, I think.
Wait, are we going to the Nintendo thing?
Yeah.
Wasn't it the Highland exit?
No, Hollywood, you go down to Highland.
Yeah. I got here really early, actually.
How early?
Hey, how are you?
It's so cool. Yeah, the Nintendo stuff was always really, really cool. Like, it was always, the Nintendo stuff was great. Like, they, it was just like zero, it was like somehow less drama. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like the Xbox and the Sony thing were always just like, I don't know. Like, oh yeah, that's right. The newspaper came out that morning, and everybody knew about the Wii. I think it was still like, I don't know if they called it the Wii in the news thing, but.
Start. And so these guys in the back screaming it live, and there's a group of us out here watching the action. It should be pretty big.
I have a question for you. Who's your daddy?
She's quite happy. Well, Mr. Miyamoto, I think our dogs have become very good friends.
The Zelda thing was epic, but then I remember them coming to this and just thinking, like, why did they do this like this?
It's Game Boy Micro.
I never was a big Game Boy Micro dude. That shit was just too small.
Next Nintendo console. Well, we've got the.
There it is.
Grab the beer rolls back there. They're getting packed up, so they're around. Okay.
I mean, they didn't really have that much here to show, to be honest, comparatively. So I mean, I guess I don't know if they're trying to hold back, or they're just trying to be, or the technology hasn't advanced that far yet.
The Nintendo press conference is always kind of different than the other two, but there's always like a very big fan element at the Nintendo press conference. There seems to be like genuine affection for Nintendo's history, and it's like, why shouldn't there be? It's like so many of us grew up with that stuff, You know, it's like kind of the mirror image of Link and Legend of Zelda, and some of those franchises still kind of send a tingle up my spine. Like you kind of feel, you know, the back of my head kind of get all tingly. It's like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
And now you've seen, you know, Sony's next gen console, Microsoft. So, you know, and what do you know, how do you think the Revolution is going to stack up to this?
No, Revolution, I think will have really no problem standing up to them. It's interesting to us that Sony spent so much time focused on technical specs. It's like they threw in the kitchen sink trying to compete with Microsoft. So, you know, for us, we're going to have plenty of power and plenty of capability in the Revolution, but the real thinking and real value comes in the creative game development, and that for us is what's really going to separate the three consoles.
They didn't show games or tech demos or anything that really kind of showcased exactly what the Revolution's going to be. It's like they showed a box, they said it's going to play all these old games. It's like, of course we know what that all is, but what's the new stuff going to be like? That is still a mystery.
The chopper, if you're wondering why the chopper was there, is because they did this thing. The U.S. Army did this thing. It was like, I don't know if it was for what game it was, whatever that U.S. Army game was, but whatever. They had a chopper, and they it was. I'm pretty sure it was that. They dropped dudes from like the helicopter, and that's what that was. That's why it was there.
Cognitive dissonance, I love it.
Yeah, what was it?
3.6 million.
3.6 million streams.
You know, being a player like me, you know, this is the only way I travel. I bring my entourage. I let them go see what Nintendo's all about real quick. Then we're gonna bring them over to the game spot.
Yeah, I believe so. So, got us in trouble a little bit with Nintendo, but I think we got it all cleaned up.
There it all was, stretching back to my childhood.
Pretty clever editing.
Just send out of the stories and you can look into it. Okay. But this is a really good start.
We're serving 8,000 movies per second.
We have a light box.
8,000 movies per second.
It's just insane the amount of traffic we're pushing, and we haven't even uploaded the Nintendo press conference or the Zelda video yet.
Did you get all this?
We're getting down to the jumpy time. We have our first live broadcast is happening in 8 hours. The press conferences are over. All the editors are in crunch mode. This evening, yes, I will be on stage, pimping out the new GameSpot gear. 6.8 is an inside joke that predates my time at GameSpot.
New features that we roll out, new designs, new pages. I don't want to see my favorite video games become movies because I love video games for what they are. Basically, Mexico.
All right, so the wild thing about this, by the way, is these people that were with us, they were doing, I don't remember what they were doing. I don't know what they were doing, but they were with us, and at some point they were had evaluated us because like the one dude had worked at MTV or something. I don't know. But like, yeah, in hindsight, that's real wild. Like, I think we were doing more production than most people did back then, and yet, you know, yeah, whatever. The
Synonymous with excitement ever since. Maybe Frank should just tell you the story.
oh, the 6.8. Oh yeah, that's right. It was Shenmue, right?
It's notorious because it's the score that we gave to a game called Shenmue.
I played it. I didn't like it as much as many other people did.
He thought it was all right, but he thought it was flawed.
We put it online and everybody got angry.
And we got a huge amount of hate mail for it.
And they all kind of just kept pounding on me, and then eventually I got pulled into a room and said, we should change this score. And I was like, I don't think that's such a good idea. No, we're going to change it.
We actually buckled under the pressure. And
we got Frank on the phone, talked it over, and eventually made the decision to change the score, which was unheard of.
We didn't change any of the text. We just knocked the score up to like appease these people who are so angry. I had nothing to do with that. I stand by my scores and I don't change my scores.
I actually think Shenmue is probably worth about a 6.8.
Yeah, 6.8 sounds about right.
Yeah.
I say that was then and this is now, and that we don't bow to pressure from angry fans for anything, though we appreciate critical feedback for what it's worth.
Oh, by the way, we're selling the shirts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Gonna do a live show tonight, starting at midnight.
And that's what we want to do over the next like 5 hours, basically till 11 o'clock. We want to figure out where all the holes are. The first stop is going to be the editor on the hour spot.
6 million streams a day. We have 2.3 at 8 a.m. this morning.
What are people watching?
I haven't looked at that part. I don't care about that part.
Stop. So all these guys that you see, their big faces on the side of the glass over there, those are the guys that we have scheduled to be at the top of every hour. Handheld camera for that so that we can come back to that cool shot of you with the jib coming down onto the stage for the first shot. And then we talk for the 5 minutes, the game's roll over, and then boom, moving on.
You guys mind sitting there for a second?
Check.
Hi, Greg. What's up, Homer? How you doing?
The countdown to E3 broadcast. Coming on to midnight when like our site explodes with stories of movies and screenshots of new games.
Once it's showtime, it's showtime. Hey!
It's 11:45. Ryan, what do we have?
Kick in right as soon as the clock hits 12 midnight. We're going to show you all the stuff that we've been keeping secret for weeks and months now.
They didn't show playable, so there's no way of knowing.
So the one thing I've been dying to see and I haven't got a chance to.
They showed a new trailer for kind of a return to the walk around, meet people at forum.
It was like the night before E3, we did this like preview thing.
It's always spontaneous. We're always thrown into it. You know, it's like a storm, and it's great.
I should bail because
okay.
I gotta make sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be on.
Like we were super on point for this show. Like we had it, like we were just like top of our game. Like we just had it dialed in at this point.
From here, I just get to coast downhill, so I'm kind of stoked about that. I might actually get to go to a party.
I'm going to be a floater this morning, sort of just roaming the floor and trying not to get knocked down live.
Today's Wednesday, it's the first day of the show. It's time to just go out there, see the games, and write them up, make sure everything is covered for our readers. So
Andrew Park.
Time, basically.
Let's go. Look at it. You scrutinize it for a while because they're scrutinizing yours.
Upstairs, just pay attention to your right hand side.
All right, we have a good show, man. Yeah, you too, man. So we'll look up later.
This is day one right here. Let's go!
Clean up for the prom.
The whole internet is down right now.
The whole internet. Oh no! Forgot about that.
Call is down internet-wise right now, even though we're on our own separate line. So either they lied to us about that, or there's been some sort of thermonuclear disaster. Magnetic pulse took everyone out. I don't know. I believe the latter.
West side ain't down. West side.
No, down the entire holiday
We're ready to roll, but the internet's not.
Hopefully get that internet connection up fast because it's Wednesday morning and without that we're pretty much pointless.
40 minutes for the power to comedy fix.
How dare you, sir?
Is Mac here?
Not yet.
Other than no internet, it's pretty good so far.
Yeah. What do you need with internet access?
E3 is subject to Murphy's Law, and this is just an example.
It's sort of an E3-wide
Carrie
thing. I don't
Kuskos.
think it's just us.
And from talking to other people, it sounds like it's cramping other people's style as well.
You know, I just feel like I walked into a classroom.
You know, everyone looks so serious.
Good morning, Mr. Brody.
It's Brody.
I talked to our IT guy. He said that we're looking at about 45 minutes before we're up.
Over 42 million page views yesterday. So that's by far and away the all-time record.
Which, if that estimate is correct, should be plenty of time. So, not quite time to start sweating it yet.
So thank you all very much.
42 million page views.
First hour of the show is guaranteed. Okay. Nintendo just walked over, scoped out the place.
Well, the best way that you could prove that to me is, why don't you just show me Halo 3 and it looking as good as Killzone 2? Right. Then I'll get one.
That's part of my identity as a person and a gamer.
The message they clearly had, and we have to move beyond the core gamer. You know, we love the core gamer, we got to go beyond them, and I just think that's...
Oh, you're a gamer? I'm a gamer. Oh, that's great. Perhaps if you were to allow me to market to you. It is a part of my lifestyle. That's fantastic.
That's your strategy, but when you say that explicitly, you really run a risk of people being like, hey man, you know, I'm just going for the best games. All this other stuff, I don't really know.
I have some excellent products that are part of the gamer lifestyle. I love Scion. You like some energy beverages and Absolutely. This Red Bull is delicious.
Exactly.
I'm interested to see how it plays out.
They just told me that it's not that we're going to bring fists, but they're not going to bring readings. Is that a problem?
Drink it up. How about some methamphetamines? Please.
Excellent!
With GameStop, we've always said it's going to be about games.
Yeah. We'll stand or we'll live or die by the game.
There's the traffic.
They're running around, and it's just you have to absorb a lot. So it has to be a quick part.
Right now what is happening is that there is no internet in the West Hall. It is 9 o'clock, bearing down on 9:05, bearing down on 10 o'clock, which is when the show opens, and it's starting to mess up our day.
Let's not get cocky because the first half of the week went well.
We have stuff that needs to be getting promoted at 10 o'clock.
The internet's gone. It may or may not come back soon.
We have a live show that's supposed to happen at 10 o'clock, and if we don't have internet then, that is a severe issue.
Frankly, I've heard as late as 2.
So I am preparing to head back to the hotel where we do theoretically have internet.
The show is still going to go on. We could still do the show, we just can't stream it live.
And make arrangements so that our users are not misinformed about what our coverage is going to be from the show this morning.
We're issuing a statement to our audience saying that we're really, really, really sorry, and we're going to have the on-demand versions for you, and we'll go back to streaming live as soon as we can.
2 minutes, I am leaving. In 1 minute, I am leaving.
This is the day. Okay, we've got one schedule, so at least you could look up your appointments. That's good.
So, you know what, without further ado.
Yeah, because...
It's good to see you.
Yeah, because the internet was down, I think.
They closed the garage for some reason. I don't know if it's full or what, but they closed the garage, so that meant we had to actually drive around and look for a spot to go to. There's a gentleman that's sitting at that back table.
We will be eating lunches on a loading day.
So, like, I walked in there and, like, you know, for me it was like, I don't know.
All right, thanks, man.
Essentially, Ricardo is our conduit to the industry. Ricardo's the guy who could talk to any game company, field any sort of question, and just make stuff happen.
So we're politicking as we speak, as I speak, rather.
Try and promote the video on the highlights page as prominently as you can.
Thing out. High for now, so that's down.
And
David totally interrupting.
Baseball at 10:05. We got Metro Prime Hunter at 10:25. Yeah.
We have you down at 10:30. Is that not?
No, because I was told 10:30.
Well,
okay.
Can you wing it?
Let's get serious.
We got a problem with Metroid Prime Hunter. I can't do it, so I'm trying to slide something else in. Everyone.
Metroid Prime Hunters fell out.
Like let it go with it because it is interesting, or wait, or what do you think?
Open?
Still playable at 5:30 in the morning. Go ahead.
Great job.
Tom just told me that Prime Hunter's fell through.
Yeah.
He's gonna swap in a Dom.
Oh, cool. Right on. Dope. Okay.
I just had to tell him that like Prime Hunters fell through. Actually, oddly enough, Prime Hunters fell through on our show too.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa! Slow down! Slow down!
See, it's lots of drama, obviously, lots of drama.
Let's give it a shit.
They do, not us.
This is. So they obviously just opened the doors, so people are running in.
And kind of look into the future.
Kurt
What
Feldman.
will we say about it Friday?
Stand out of the aisleway.
This was the year the Big Three introduced their new systems for the next generation of business.
I appreciate who you are. Other side of the door.
Yes.
They just opened the doors and everybody just ran in.
Oh, people, relax. It ain't going anywhere. Really?
Which is really handy, you know, not having to wait in that line out there, because those people, when they stampede in, man, no joke, they do not stop for nothing.
Nope.
It's bananas.
Here's our entrance. Let's go right now.
Call that.
I saw an opening and you gotta snag it.
I like that.
That used to be me, so I can certainly sympathize with rushing the floor with no legitimate reason. And just coming to play all the games, you know.
We wanted to do, and we had our own design decisions. So we went back in there and we, kind of reworked it a little bit and decided, okay, one of those big things.
So what's happening here is we had two parts of our stage. There was like two halves of that stage, and so you could like work on one side and work on the other side. The idea being that you could like basically do a live segment from one side of the stage and have the other side set up while this one's happening, right? So that way you could alternate. Well, for whatever reason, there was like a technical problem that happened, and like part of our, like half of that stage basically had an issue that they had to fix.
Sorry, 32 players on Xbox, 24 on PS2, 64 players on PC. We just announced this morning that we're going to be PS
This is Ricardo trying out the Game Boy Micro for the first time.
It's nice. The crisper, it's brighter.
And these glow blue or no?
Yeah, they do.
How?
Oh, when I turned it on, it flashed last time. Maybe it's it must go off during.
Yeah. It's cute.
That's pretty cool.
Ready when you are. Check, mic check. All right. Thanks, guys. Hey, man, me and Rich are over here at the Sony booth. Dude, this place is huge. Oh, my God. How are we going to be able to cover this thing in 5 minutes? We got to cover it in 5 minutes. I'll tell you what. All right, get out of here. All right, so Rich is going to go check out some games.
Wow.
NBA hoops.
Man, Rich and Homer on point. They had it down pat.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't know where the PS3 is. Is it here? I don't know. Maybe Rich is found it. Let's go check him out. What do you got, Rich? Yeah, doesn't want
Like she loses everything, and then the rest of the game is so cool.
例えばテキストをすごくじっくり読んで、その綿密性っていうところを全部すごく。
Japanese gamers, they like to read a lot of text. They like to go into caves and look at the small places.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm GameStop Live. Shooting a quick tour of the this baby on top.
Across this map to get over to where the other team is, and that's pretty cool. So I just got to wait for this round to end, and then it'll reset.
Is that tape rolling? Now we have to cut it.
This is the Mark Echo shirt.
Content's under pressure. I mean, what's going on? I'll do that content. Let's open up my newspaper. Mark Echo himself, he's doing this game by later today. Right now,
See, Ricardo could see our stage from there.
I'll be retired then, so I think.
So that's one of those rooms, right?
Hang in there, man. You too. Okay. I'm gonna have to ditch you because I'm like my point.
Just waiting to get in here. Oh, is that right? So are the bulk of the levels in the game this kind of wide open? It seems like this one was probably really built for vehicles. Are there every level of vehicles?
well, it sort of depends on whether or not you're talking about single player.
A lot bigger in scope, I think.
The segment we're shooting needs to be on the air in 15 minutes.
stage with development? Yeah. We're about 2 months away from alpha, so it's still pretty early software.
We've been live since about 5 minutes after we started. The first 5 minutes wasn't streamed because of the internet being down. The building was a power outage. The whole grid went down.
What do you think about it?
The greatest about the unit is it's so sleek.
Found on road dad. That's what Ford stands for. That's what Chevy stands for. Whatever.
As you can see, this will be game of the show.
Anyway, we're trying to figure out, basically it's like triage right now, figuring out what's going on, and just have at it.
With regard to the other side of the request, if you can't manage that, let me know. I need to know so I can put someone else on it.
See, we're starting to hit our stride.
Got to get a feel for the combat and how things work.
Nintendo booze.
My AC deck's not working.
We're going live, but the last problem is the plasma monitors. In order to get them to come on, apparently, they have to shut the entire booth down.
All the stuff's coming in really fast.
Like, don't ask me why that is.
All these games that are on the floor are basically just getting discovered. Like, we did a floor walk, and suddenly we're like, why is there a 50-cent PSP game? We're like, what?
I just need a sense of where we stand competitively.
E3 is so on.
Thank you,
And we are kicking ass at it.
It's the usual craziness. It's kind of like tunnel vision, you know? Blinders.
If it's 5 minutes, we'll do it.
Lord.
If it's 10 minutes, I don't know. That's a long time.
What people are saying, what they're saying we need.
Okay, you want me on that? I can do that.
Yes, anyone who can do it.
They're not actually having playable Xbox 360 games on the floor. They're all appointment only up in the booth.
So I raced back to the hotel, and I guess I wasn't there for maybe 10, 15 minutes before the internet came back up in here.
Just one cut that needs to be done.
Yeah, that was really chuck heads though.
It's really hard to find a place to break in here.
There's reports, everyone's announcing everything.
So I ran off to Sega, played their 2 Xbox games, ran off to EA to play their Xbox game.
We're seeing now the pace.
This is basically the eye of the storm right here. Well, only the eye of the storm. We're like the second cloud wall coming and crashing down on us.
2 hours goes like 2 minutes.
Written up one, almost finished writing up a second. Gonna try to get the third one done, then I'm off to my first appointment in about 45 minutes.
And then I'm going somewhere else entirely with Alex to cover more games in another land far away.
I've got our 1240 segment.
All right. Thank you, Rich. And Justin Calvert is checking in.
For all the pain and all the energy that you put into it right now, the high is indescribable. It is just
what do you think
perfect.
so far?
All lined up, all balls really well. And now we feel fun. It's kind of fun. Yeah, what do you guys think?
My lord. So obviously this place is the happening spot. Hey man, GameSpot.com.
They're on their way, just by the way. Hey, how you doing? How are you?
This is definitely for 360 though.
Doing a demo right there in a second.
Sorry to cut you off, but we're gonna go take our viewers on the rest of the tour.
We got Sony up on stage. They're going to do Shadow of the Colossus, one of the biggest games. This is one of the big ones, yeah. There's the guy. If they got Ron Eagle out here, Ron Eagle, what's up, Ron Eagle? You know it's big. I'm doing good, man.
I literally loved Ron Eagle and still loved Ron Eagle to this day. Like, I don't know why. Like Ron Eagle.
We're making reality of the internet taking over TV.
Well, it's funny. I had my dad actually log on the webcast.
Oh, really?
Press conference.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's like, where can I see this? I'm like, GameSpot. I'm going check it out.
Do you feel like taking some questions from
Yeah, Ron Eagle was just like one of those like the realest people out of the whole thing.
If you want to see some really cool shit, it's all about South Hall. All the third-party developers are there. There's a gang of stage shows.
We're on to South Hall. We're going to Sega. We're going to check in there. I mean, apart from the whole, internet going out thing, everything's been smooth sailing since then. We're actually going to cut through here, so it's kind of like bumper cars. I'm kind of baffled by it and also a little disturbed.
Oh, it's not a GameSpot camera, is it?
You gotta talk shit, man.
I have backup the Mac.
I have no idea who that was. I don't know where I am. I'm in Cheyenne, Wyoming right now, starting. All right, so Sega's back this way. Before the show is over, I will steal Giant 50 Cent. That is coming home with me.
things about this you gotta know.
I don't know, but I'm gonna find a way. And that shit is loud. This'll be fun.
Let's do this.
It's funny because I remember thinking when Trucker wanted to do like some of this stuff in the movie, like I didn't quite understand what he was going for, but no, 100%, he's right. Like this is how it feels and it looks after a while.
Unreal Tournament 2007. Yeah. Okay.
Are they here with you now? Yeah, right there.
Okay, hold on. What's up, man? Good to see you. I don't know whether you want to wait to get a fresh start or whether
if I could get a fresh start, I would be honest.
Yeah. You want to do that?
It's real hot, so I want to see as much as I can, you know?
Okay.
This whole sequence. This whole sequence describes what it's like being at E3, just visually.
I'm a producer architect at Visions. As far as the actual 360 hardware itself goes, you know, what specific kinds of stuff are you doing to really take advantage of that?
Or just be part of the buzz. Beyond that, you know, it does give us the opportunity to do things. Some of those things you may have seen before.
Ask that you not take any video of the
Guys will have different things to say as the story progresses. Since we're now in this urban environment, we're blowing up environments now, and that's really exciting, of course. You can use paintball weapons and fight a company-level fight. He's also got tanks, so you can drive a tank. And if you wanted to come, I can get you an invitation. It's something you'll never forget. You're gonna get to drive a tank, dude. It's like it's gonna be huge.
So just in case you're wondering, the tank thing is legit. Sega even had like people up in like F-16s at one point. I think it was like for Tomcat Alley or something.
All media personalities have to leave, except us, because we count as exhibitors. We have our own booth, so technically speaking, we're not going to.
It was fine because they were running behind for a while anyway, so I think I let them get back on schedule.
Oh wait, there's great.
You should eat something while they're still food.
You got it.
We'll start.
There we go.
Choppy center, smooth end.
Make your way. Everyone come back tomorrow, but until then, stay on the site and watch all of the hundreds and hundreds of movies we put up about
it. It was good to see the Xbox 360 stuff. It was the first time I had been able to grab one of the controllers for that thing and get a feel for it. The controller feels really great. And the games look pretty good too. You know, it's like you got to figure the games aren't finished yet and they're only going to get better. And right now they look pretty solid. So, you know, those games are fun.
They're pretty good.
great. I'd say, at least for me, today hasn't been as stressful or as hectic as the past few days. Just because now it's like the tools are in set and it's just sort of doing it. And these guys have given me plenty to promote, so it's been good.
6 million streams.
Back and forth. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. Huge.
See you tomorrow.
You did well.
You did really well.
How many did you get today?
You did really well. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
You did really good.
It's fun, but it wasn't.
Oh.
The poor lady.
We have to be at some place at 7. We're gonna do some taping, and then gonna come back and write.
Yeah, that lady was a former producer at MTV or something. She couldn't handle it. I mean, she could. She did good. She's cool.
I saw that one disc that we got. It's supposed to be an asset disc, actually a game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's funny. The Parade of Expeditioners. It's Thursday.
I can see cracks in your facade. You're resilient. I like that.
What? Let's take a look here. The hot stuff is
Twilight Princess, Metal Gear Solid 4, Killzone 2, Ninja Gaiden Black.
That's how I like to roll on E3 Day 2.
Look out, you're gonna get back. You guys go.
Here they come. Here they come.
Hey, relax. It'll still be there. Come on, man, you can slow down, man. What's everyone running for? Hey, they're going somewhere.
Justin Calvert. He was a fantastic reviews editor. He was great.
Real quick. No clue. I'm serious. No
Seriously?
Yeah.
To see the new Zelda, yeah.
Oh, okay.
To see the new Zelda and play the new Zelda. Yeah.
I'm down with that.
If you're a Star Wars fan, you'd have some idea of what's going to happen. Like, you know, a lot of people are going to die.
And now Ryan has a demo for us. We're going to jump right in.
Where am I looking? So I was just looking at you like running. That's a great time. It's always fun at E3, that's for sure.
Right on, that's awesome. So, you guys have been on this team.
This is my 3rd year as a producer, so yeah, I've been doing it for a little while now.
Right on, so why don't we just jump right into it?
I can't confirm or deny anything either way. Departure from last year's game, you'll definitely see some new things. So.
Right on. Thank you so much for coming by, Ben.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
It was good. Ben was awesome.
Nice talking to you. I'm sure we'll be talking more in the future.
Totally. Right on, man.
Look at that. That was for Twilight Princess, right? People were waiting an hour to play Twilight Princess on the Wii. Oh man. 2 hours.
Walk around here again? Walk up.
We're going to try to do some kind of like tournament, little competition thing. But the other problem with that is I need a game.
We can go over to South Hall.
That's on the table over there.
Were you not recording before? Is that why I had to recap? You know, I can see the little light.
Booth babes. Booth babes were a thing. That was the thing that happened.
You probably heard the negative buzz that on Angel Darkness.
Yeah.
We did too.
Right.
Classic Tomb Raider, Vista space, a large space.
It's going to offer a little bit more to those people as well.
Cool, man. I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to get their hands on this game and play it.
These are out. What was the final score of that game?
How's that line? It's a follow-up to the, I can't even describe you the words what it looks like, but it's really, the horror is...
It was a lot of fun. I mean, it was a lot of work, and it was, like, tiring and stuff, but it was a lot of fun. I mean, the Booth Babe stuff here is just, like, wild, right? Oh, Brad Shoemaker. What are you doing, Brad Shoemaker? Brad Shoemaker's learning about something.
The touchscreen, the microphone, those capabilities giving you a lot of new ideas for game design.
And Ricardo's hustling out there. Bethany Massimilla. Let's see.
Hi, man. What's all the buzz right now? What is the thing that's happening at E3? What do you think's the biggest thing?
He is the Dragon Quest man. He's the man who created the series.
The biggest thing is the PlayStation 3. It's like everybody knew the Xbox 360 was going to show up and it was going to be what it was going to be. Sony said that was actually rendered in real time using the PlayStation 3. If that's the case, I mean, you saw it, right? That looks as good as anything we've seen from Toy Story and Pixar and all those guys.
Can we go in there? Sit down? Gotcha. Okay, I'm here to talk to Inaba about Okami. It's by the beautiful Joe guys. It's being shaded to look like a watercolor picture. How's it going? Good to see you. Joe Diaz and Joe VFX.
Yeah, like. Yeah, Ricardo knew the whole thing. Like he knew like how to do all that stuff. Like he was fantastic. Like he, especially with like these Japanese companies like Capcom. Like he knew a lot of like the Japanese culture, or at least some of the stuff that was kind of like the norms, I guess, right? And so that helped us navigate, and I think kind of gave him credibility with some of those companies, and since he understood how that stuff worked, while most people, kind of ran in there like Americans and just like, right? That's Ben Coelho back there. That's Ben Coelho. He did Stupid Pants Operation, so this is Electric Showdown we're watching. He did the previous film, which was Stupid Pants Operation, and helped also shoot for this film. This is the EA booth. At the EA booth, they had this like really ridiculous, like super rad 360-degree screen. Like you walked in and there was like this giant ring. Oh wait, this is the music. We gotta listen to this.
These levels of randomness and actually rarity play a big part in every aspect of the game.
And it was only there for a second. That's Andrew Park though.
We've got IG Onuma coming today with Zelda for a live demo on the show. This is the big ticket items like that, you just want to make sure that you're there to make you feel comfortable.
Characters that she encounters. So we've had to introduce some new ones. There are some from the past as well.
In a lot of ways, this next segment is the whole show. This is the biggest thing. This is the biggest game here at the show because it's Zelda. Zelda is the biggest thing in the world. And this is the guy right here. This is Onuma. He's the guy that makes the new Zelda games. He's one generation away from Miyamoto. And we're going to be giving away something to our GameSpot Complete members that's signed by Miyamoto and him, which is insane.
Morale is high as we speak.
Miyamoto's the guy that made Mario.
As I can imagine, you have about a minute left.
His hand will have touched something that I will have touched.
Like when it's coming out.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that.
Actually, it's been a really good show today, in all honesty. I think it's smooth and we kind of hit our groove. Excuse me just a sec.
Everybody's got the flow, the feel. It's been popping, just constantly popping.
Things that are just much more impressive.
So, Newman's gonna have the giveaways.
Okay, and final word do you have to say to anyone who may have lost faith in the Tomb Raider series?
How do I do that?
First of all, I understand.
It was really good.
By the time you get over about the 3 o'clock hump on the second day, it's like we're coasting. So this is good. As the creator of Zelda is going to be talking about Zelda on stage. I mean, everybody's a crowd around to see this. We probably should get off because they need to do this thing. But
how long does Link play a cowboy before he actually gets into the adventure?
The weird thing about this is, I think I thought Ricardo was gonna do this. Like I don't remember at what point I realized maybe I remember this wrong. I don't know. I just don't remember being like. I remember being prepared, but like I don't know. There's something about it that, like, I guess maybe because it was just so big and like I don't know. It was cool. Like it was really good. Oh, and those trumpets, by the way, mean the end of the day.
Right on. How many bees are there in that nest? That's awesome. That's totally awesome. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Everybody here, the crowd, everybody can't wait. We're all really excited. Thank you. That does it pretty much for us today. You saw all kinds of good stuff. This was great. Thank you once again. We'll be resuming our live webcast from the show floor here at E3 2005 GameSpot booth. Join us again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. We'll be doing it all again tomorrow. Thanks a lot, guys.
It was like super perfect.
Greatest thing ever, dude.
Yeah, it was cool.
Thank you very much. It was a highlight of our show.
Hey, we're going to take a quick picture of you guys.
Sure. That'd be great.
The show's closed, so no one will be able to get to the demo. So tomorrow morning, there's going to be people running for that demo to figure it out, and they'll get these.
All right, here we go. It's good and comfy.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, man. You guys got the micro?
That to me was like, personally, that was like a highlight of the whole GameSpot Live era. You know, seeing that happen today.
Is there going to be anything tomorrow that'll be anywhere near that level? Do you have any things up your sleeve?
What else? What are you going to come up with?
There's all kinds of stuff.
Good.
It was a good day.
Didn't have to use my AK.
I had to a little bit. Out.
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 It was a good day. Very good day. Wow. That's wild. I forgot all about, well, I didn't forget all about, but that's something, right? That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's Friday morning, GameSpot Live,
Break.
final day.
It is so the last day. It's like I've been running a 3-month marathon, and I'm about 7 hours away from the finish line, baby. Don't let me forget we got to pull out those lightsabers today when we get out.
It's actually over there, but they told us not to get on the carpet until the floor is open.
Day 3, it's like the last day of school. Even though you're exhausted and you're tired, there's like this sheer giddiness because it's like, it's all gravy now.
Take that fan away.
Jason O'Camp. Oh, that's right. And his computer caught on fire. Day 3.
There are a couple of huge lines you want to avoid. If you can be the first one in the door, you don't have to stand in line for an hour to see the PS3 or Zelda.
We've been, here all day.
Exhibiting.
It knew you were coming back, but it decided to kill itself.
I'm going to go see the Legend of Zelda game again. This is the greatest game ever.
Can't take another day.
I should see PlayStation 3. Not really a game, but the whole thing, yeah.
Hey, you got the day off today.
This is the last day too, so you know if you don't see it today, you ain't seeing it. You know.
Zelda. Let me see. I already tried Zelda, so most likely I'm going to be going to Soul Calibur.
I was telling Ryan McDonald that at this point it would take the booth blowing up to ruin our E3 coverage, and sure enough we get in and a computer right in the middle of the booth starts smoldering.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, huh?
A hunk of burning love.
It's all queuing, isn't it? It's all queuing, not every day. I mean, it's really busy.
Trust me, the line is already crazy in there right now.
Wow.
Fire.
One meat just flying around. That's my guess.
Well, get ready for the race of your life, man. All right. Track shoes on. Run, man.
I kind of can't believe this doesn't happen still.
Chill out. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Go, buddy, go.
They used to call this like the running of the nerds, I think, right?
Copy it usually does. Yeah.
Oh.
Someone needs to find their phone.
Well, that wouldn't be any different from a normal day, I guess.
Thank you very much.
The other thing was kind of creepy.
It's like the biggest thing in the entire show. If you don't see it, you didn't go to E3.
Yeah. And then we move on to the next one, and they've got midget wrestling with strippers on the...
Mini Kiss.
What was it called?
Mini Kiss.
Mini Kiss. Oh yeah, there were...
So Bob Calico went on to like, I think he did like PR for like, who was it? It was like, who does Final Fantasy? It was like Square Enix or something like that. And like Kerry Goosecoast went on to make games with EA and stuff, I think.
This has been the E3 of zombies. I don't know if I've told anyone that yet.
The concepts of evil and justice are irrelevant. This is a mission.
Yeah, all right.
Knowledge is fundamental, people. You learn, you are sin. It's a good thing.
Hi, GameSpot. We love you. We love you.
I don't know, dude. I just don't know anymore. You know what I like, dude? I like games.
I like games, yeah.
I like it when you
Yeah, I mean, even like Alex is saying, like even back then we were kind of like, what's up with the booth babe thing? Like, why is that a thing? Like, why do they got these chicks dressed like this jumping around the booth?
The games, though. Get away from just the din of just the nonsense in there. It's just kind of like soothes your soul. Just walking out here, just kind of getting a minute.
Mayhem down there.
to build up your energy again, and you go out and you fight. It's actually really cool.
So let's go ahead and share a little bit about what's going to happen up here on the stage at 3:30 today.
Yeah. What do you got going on?
Well, you're going to be here, right?
Yeah, no, I'll be here.
That's when the nostalgia starts to kick in. Like you can already start to imagine how you'll remember the show.
Yeah.
Share our songs.
Yeah, it's been a thoughtful show.
You know, like all the headaches, all the frustrations, like in the past.
I know that the future is bright. It will be into mobile gaming, and I certainly am, but wait a couple years. It's going to be ubiquitous on the scale of or larger than mainstream gaming at this point.
How crazy we get with the stats, but we've been doing pretty good. A lot of people watching, a lot of people checking out the pages. It seems like our site's coming real smooth.
All right, thanks, ladies. I'm going to throw it back to Booth.
Gun porn. Gun porn. Gun porn.
I think that kind of sums up what this show really is.
Totally. Yeah. Totally.
No, I'm fine, I think. I've been wired up. It's working pretty good this week.
No, GameSpot is telling me that everything's fine.
It's just one of the funniest things you'll ever see in your life. If you play World of Warcraft, Jenkins! Leroy Jenkins! That's all you need.
Who's that? Leroy Jenkins? That's my buddy.
Internet celebrity.
It had just happened. The Leroy Jenkins things had just happened, so.
Right now. Oh, somebody just aimed her with Leroy Jenkins in aim while we're talking about it. Apropos of nothing.
So basically, we're going to move on.
Are you going to let him play this new computer that you and Paul about to present you with? Absolutely. Here you go. Thank you.
Take the button, mash and film. We got to load.
Homer became famous for saying "moving on" because, like, that's a huge. He would be like talking to somebody or doing something. He's like, all right, we're gonna be moving on, and like it just like dip out. So it was pretty great.
Coverage of E3 2005 continue. Dude, I thought you knew it.
Now, Laura, what we got on this? We've got a little competition here at McDonald's. We're going to be kind of singing off for you guys.
What did we just see?
That was absolutely amazing. Inspiring.
Totally inspired. The final out, E3 2005.
Apparently, I couldn't sing real good, so they were teasing me.
In the pixel, into the GameSpot editors.
Oh, this is it. This is the end.
You in exclusive.
They want you to throw stuff.
We got all sorts of banners. There's our little logo. We'll see you on stage day 3. I'm out.
Games here on the show floor. We covered them all. There we, Greg. Just about. They're talking about the big three. They want to know, you know, Sony. You got Sony, you got the PS3. What are you guys' thoughts? I mean, they blew things out real nice in that press conference. That was really impressive. It was the talk of the show. I think once the show actually got started, there was definitely some disappointment that, like, none of it was here. Right. So, like, if you're, you know, if you didn't get into the Sony press conference and if you weren't, like, watching our site, you didn't get to see any of that.
The fact that there were actually Xbox 360 games on the show floor, like initially after the Sony press conference, you thought, oh wow, they just, you know, stole the wind right out of their sails. But then you come to the show floor, you can actually go and play full auto.
So what about the one that was not really shown off that much, the Revolution? What do you guys think about? You guys expect to see that box when they pulled it out, or?
That's the big question. Is that the Revolution is definitely the wild card now in the gameplay race.
You know, people want to know what platform won. It's like I'm inclined to say it's the DS. It's
For
like
real?
that system has the most playable games that are cool.
I think the other reality is obviously the Wii, right? Revolution came on, turned around the Wii, and just like, there you go.
Yes, we do know the answer. Numa had developers actually take time out of their busy E3 schedule to go and count V's so that they would know exactly how many and be correct. So,
And the answer.
we're not gonna
Oh, we're not gonna give it away yet.
You gotta tune in next week, right?
Thursday.
So Brian, you see any sports games?
Yeah.
The next generation of consoles, because it's like, yeah, that probably turns out to be true. So let me cut you guys off. We're about a minute away from the show closing. As you all know, the power goes down, the internet gets turned off. So here's to the best E3 we've ever had. Thanks to everybody watching. Your questions helped us do this, as well as everybody here at the video game show, known as E3 Production.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. It's fucking awesome. So bad.
Tim Tracy.
I was laughing so hard I was crying. It was awesome.
I'm sorry I missed that.
That's cool. Somebody else for it. We gotta be safe. You gotta grab it. Oh!
Here was he then?
So, such a weird tradition, but so cool that they would blow those trumpets at the end of the show. Like, I don't know why, but that was awesome. That's it.
There's just so much stuff out there.
Hell yeah.
Time to pack up.
I'm terrible at being like a celebratory type of person, so.
You want to see the biggest anticlimax of all time? Watch us pick all this crap up.
So heavy. So heavy.
It's over, yeah. Well, sort of. Still got some stuff to write.
I need to go take pictures of my big vinyl face before they take it down.
Yeah.
That was nice. I was in a nice air-conditioned room when the show ended.
And it was worth it. I mean, we hit the show big, and I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we get back home, when the dust settles. But I think we did real good.
Yep. We did. We did real good. That's it. Banco Ello. Andre Williams. Man. What a movie. What a time. Steve Beacham. Tito Ignacio. Wow. Incredible. Unbelievable. It's like traveling back in time. It was incredible. The fact that we built that up, and yeah, that's something else, man. Tim Surratt, Tor Thorson, he passed away, unfortunately. James Yu, Trey Walker, Frank Adams. I should talk to that dude. Walter Bonacano, Jennifer Karamet, Kirk Collins, Lauren Gonzalez, wow. Kelly Hendricks. These are all the people, you know some of these names, but you saw them all in here. But yeah, it was a very particular time. It was what it was, right? That was the video game industry. 2005. It evolved at that point. That was like I think, after that, I think, that's when it started getting to, they needed to figure out to make that transition to get the public in there. And they tried. They just didn't do a very good job. Had like the Staples Center thing, remember? But, yeah. I can't believe that show's over, but also it was inevitable. So, yeah, say what you will about it. It was a very particular, amazing point in time. I hope you enjoyed looking back at it. I will remind you that the filmmaker that helped us do that, he is a gentleman by the name of David Chalker, and he is up for an award at a website that if you go over to it, it's called Decentralized Pictures, and you will find this website. And if you navigate yourself over to this Sidewinder Films business and you go ahead and you register / log in, let's go ahead and do this guy right here. You will be able to vote for his newest project, which is called Truth Against Power. Right about here, Z's. You click on this and you hit this review project. You slide these sliders up to 10. Oops. You click this next button. It'll probably ask me. And you click that through. Give him a vote. Give him a chance to win that funding that he needs to complete that project. That'd be awesome. But yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. And until next time, I'm Ryan McDonald. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.